Let's talk a little bit about how things are unfair and unjust in the world. Before we proceed, let me just tell you that I'm not a savior of sorts. I don't have any solution for why things are so unfair and unjust, and I certainly am not going to sit around and lament and complain about how things are, about how people aren't treated equally, because that's just not how the world works. Unfortunately, that's what communism and socialism is bound to fail, because they assume that people are being treated equally and that people work the same, but they don't. Anyway, what I'm getting at is two situations, actually. And both of them are allegedly according to hearsay. So I'm not saying that these are factual. I'm just saying that this is what I've heard. Anyway, Spirit Airlines, the low-cost airline carrier in the US, recently went bankrupt, and a lot of people lost their jobs. Obviously horrible. Now, here's what I heard, though, about some of the CEOs. Some of the CEOs of the bankrupt companies sought what they called, let me see, I got it written down here somewhere. Yeah, some of the CEOs sought what they called retention bonuses from the estate of the now bankrupt airline. Meaning that some, or potentially some, of the now past employees who are left scrambling looking for new jobs and have to find a new income might not be eligible for their perks and benefits. And these are the same people who, well, I'm not saying that all of the CEOs are those people, but many of them probably had something to do with why the airline went bankrupt. I can't say why because I've never taken the airline, but from what I'm hearing, it used to be a crap airline. And if it was a crap airline and, their service was horrible, then obviously there's not a surprise why the airline went bankrupt. Anyway, I lost my train of thoughts. I hate it when that happens, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is, that's one instance of unfairness. Here is another one, or of unfairness, injustice. Another case. This is one town where there's a hospital. This is the capital of the country where I live. From the capital to this other town, it's about 10 hours, give or take, by car, and a good hour or so by airplane. Like it's a big, it's a significant travel route. You can't commute on a daily, well, you can, I guess, commute on a daily basis, but it's very, very inconvenient. So anyway, there's a hospital in this town, and they need a new CEO. They find a new CEO who's based in the capital area. As part of, the deal, the new CEO of the hospital gets free flights to and fro the capital all year around. The hospital even buys the CEO a brand new apartment in this town so that the CEO can, essentially live and work, travel and live and work for free. Meanwhile, the ordinary nurse living in this town doesn't get anything for free, has to every day fight the rush hour traffic, getting in their car, make sure to get up early in the morning so that they can manage to drive through the traffic before their morning shift begins, and then having to plan their return back home later in the day because, well, there's rush hour traffic in the afternoon as well. Is that fair? No, it's not. Oh, and by the way, the CEO, actually, the newly hired CEO living in the capital area who's about to travel back and forth between this town and the capital area, is being recompensated, or in other words, she's getting afterpay from her old job, which lasts for 1 full year. End story. Is that fair? No. Do I really care? No. Should you care? Yeah. I mean, I care in the context of making things simple and convenient for myself. But should you care? Well, if you can change anything about your situation, do so. And the point is simple. Become the proverbial CEO of your own life, as in build your own income streams, make more money, make sure to arrange for things, get more lucrative deals, etc., etc. The only way, because nobody else is going to do it for you, is if you sack up, grab yourself by the balls, and then start asking for stuff that you want. If you want to learn more, then get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the app subscription wherever you're watching and listening to this. And I will see you there.